Ace Podcast.
You are listening to the Crazy Town Podcast, Season 1, Episode 13, with special guest host TNT Dynamite. This is the Unlucky 13 Spectacular Extravaganza. We'll be discussing unlucky people, unlucky events that have happened on Friday the 13th, criminals that are unlucky, people with unlucky names, and all sorts of other shit to make you feel better about yourself. All that and more today on the Crazy Town Podcast.
Bunyan, take 3!
And welcome once again to another episode of the Crazy Town Podcast. I am your host, Jonas, and I do have a guest host. He's not very special anymore. He's pretty much the guy I do the show with all the time. TNT Dynamite is here. Let's say what's up to everybody.
Yes, this is TNT Dynamite, the explosive one. TNT DINOMIGHT. I've been practicing.
You have. It's way more fluid than last time. So what is that? That's your Twitter handle, right?
Yeah, that's TNT Dynamite. I'm on Twitter. There's words and shit on there. I don't know how to use it. So tweet me.
Follow him up, guys. He has like 4 fucking followers right now, but he's creeping on to come up.
I'm on YouTube. I've got the channel up. We're up and running. I got some GTA episodes on there. Got a healthy series going on there.
You did some blind runs of Mass Effect Andromeda too, right?
I did. I didn't talk very much because, Were
you scared?
I did I did like 8-hour stream of that game, man. I'm not talking for 8 hours to anybody.
Well, it would be fucking hard to keep it going for 8 hours, I guess.
Exactly.
So, thanks for joining me again, dude. I very much appreciate you having you on the show again.
Happy to be here.
Awesome. Well, we want to thank everybody for checking us out. I do want to give a quick shout out to the Nerdy Words podcast. It's 3 guys, Kobe, Neil, and Tyler, and they basically are just giving their 2 cents on heroes and games and entertainment. You can find them on Twitter at NerdyWordsPod, and they are part of the Ace Podcast Network, the same network that I am a part of. You can find Ace Podcast Network at acepodcast.com. So we do have a great show for you today planned. It is the special 13th edition of the Crazy Town, so everything is going to have to do with being unlucky, whether it's you're an unlucky person, shit that happened on Friday the 13th, or anything like that. So, once again, if you aren't following us on Twitter, it's at the Crazy Town Pod. Our website, thecrazytown.com. It has all the ways to follow us, listen to us, all that bullshit. So, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we will be right back and get started on the Unlucky 13 episode of the Crazy Town Podcast.
Where am I?
It's Kevin and Jesse from Grab Them by the Pod.
And you're listening to the Crazy Town Podcast on the Ace Podcast Network.
All right, we are back on the Crazy Town Podcast. I'm here with my boy TNT Dynamite. You ready to do this shit today, dude?
I was born ready, Jonas.
All right, well, we got a bunch of unlucky people we're going to talk about today on the show. It will make us feel way better about ourselves by the time we get done here today.
I could use some of that actually today.
You could use some feeling better. Do you want me to tell you that you're like a ray of sunshine in my life? Will that get your heart palpitating in the right way?
Yes. Stroke my ego, please. Yes.
You're the best. You're the best of all time. No one is better than you. All that kind of shit.
Yeah. You're giving me a semi.
Ooh. So. All right. Well, the first thing I want to talk about today, this happened recently. I don't know. I know you don't follow sports very much, but there was a baseball player. His name was Stephen Piscotty. He plays for the Cardinals. Okay. He's an outfielder. This happened just a few days ago on April 5th, 2017. I think this is the only time that this has happened. So this guy, he came up to bat like a normal bat. And he got hit by the pitch. It hit him in his right elbow. So, You know, I mean, I'm sure that hurts like a bitch. 100-mile-an-hour fastball smacks you in the elbow. It hurts when you bang your elbow off a fucking desk, right?
Yeah.
So this guy, he takes his base, right? So then, you know, he's hanging out on the base path and whatever. And so then the second pitch, right after he gets to base, comes, and it's a wild pitch. So he runs to second. You know, what do you think happened to him then?
Does he break his leg while running the bases?
He just runs, his leg just snaps in half.
Yeah. He tore his ACL.
No. They tried to throw him out, and he got hit by that throw in his left elbow on his way to second.
Are you serious?
Yes. So the next batter, I think after that, so this dude's on second now. He got a hit. He hit it like just kind of like a short little blooper into the outfield or whatever. So the dude starts running home. He's running home. He's trying to score a run. Do you want to take a wild guess on what happens to this guy?
Well, at this point in time, the ball probably lodged itself in his asshole.
Yes, just like a hot dog in a bun. It just flopped right in there. No, so he's sliding into home, and the ball, the guy throws it from the outfield to the catcher. It ricochets off his glove and smacks this dude in the head.
Oh my God, dude.
So he got hit 3 times with the baseball and 1 at bat and rounding the base.
It's crazy. He scored too, though, huh?
I believe he did. I'm not sure. He actually laid on the ground for a while, and then he left the game, and now he's in the concussion protocol. So.
Oh my God. But if he puts some numbers up on the board, it's worth it.
Right. I don't think it wasn't any sort of like game-changing moment or anything. But, you know, so I don't know. I can't even think of a time where someone got hit twice in the same, like.
Yeah, I couldn't think of that ever happening.
Right, so this dude gets hit 3 fucking times, once in each elbow, and then like gets a concussion from like the outfielder throwing the ball to him. So I thought that was pretty fucking unlucky of that guy.
You ever play baseball, Jonas?
No. I mean, I would like throw around the ball and play home run derby with like tennis balls and shit in the backyard, but that was about it. What about you? You regular old Nolan Ryan over here?
No, man. I've been at bat one time in my life and I struck out. It looks easy.
Like one time ever? Like even like playing with like.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you just get 1 at bat? They like after you struck out. They just
I don't know. It was like a charity event. It was like a charity event, and I'm like, I'm a big guy, so they're like, oh yeah, get him at bat, and I totally missed.
Well, that makes sense. They're like, hey, look at this big guy. He must be able to hit a baseball.
Right?
It's not like you're out there blocking for a running back. You're just a fucking dude that like they're like, yeah, he can hit a ball. I played around. A lot of my friends played Little League when I was a kid, so I would be around them and we would play dumb shit. I used to have this I don't know what the fuck it was, dude. It was this ball. It was like we had a bunch of tennis balls we play home run derby with because the neighbor behind us had a fence. And I had this one ball I don't remember, it was like one of those stupid toys that was around the 80s. It was like it was called like the Mad Ball. Ooh, everybody get mad and crazy.
I remember Mad Balls. Were they like the balls with like the scary faces on them and shit?
Yeah, this one was an eyeball. Like, so that was like
that one.
Nuh-uh, dude, with like the red veins and shit.
Yeah,
like, okay, so we had the same toy. Look at us finding out things. And that would be like our money ball. Like we would like, if we hit that one over the fence, that was like the 2 or the 5 home run in the derby or whatever. And luckily the guy behind us never took care of the fence, so it was like broken, so we could like get into his yard and get all the tennis balls back. So like, and we weren't strong enough to like hit his house or anything, so we were like 8 and 10 years old. So a little look into the early lives of Jonas on the Crazy Town right now.
Yeah, some inside baseball, literally.
Oh, if we're talking about unlucky stories, I do have an unlucky story about myself that fits into baseball in this episode.
Okay.
So I was probably 7 years old, something like that, and I was playing catch with the neighbors to my house when I was growing up were old. They were like grandparent age, so their grandkids were always over. And there was 2 brothers that were probably 5 or 6 years older than me, and we used to play basketball and all sorts of shit together. Well, one day we were in the road, we were playing catch with a baseball, and they were playing with me or whatever. And the one told the other one that they wanted to throw between each other because I was like a little bitch ass kid and I couldn't really do anything. So I mean, come on, dude. If you're like a 14-year-old boy playing catch with a 7-year-old, it's pretty boring, I would imagine.
It's important to know your limitations.
Yeah, I mean, I knew my place. Like, now, looking back as a grown-ass man, I knew my place. So I was like, okay. And so instead of just, like, being a normal person and getting out of the way, I decided I should lay down in the road instead while they threw the ball. And so I was laying on my stomach and shut up.
Genius.
Right.
Genius.
You know, I mean, this was already a bad idea from the start. So like the older brother, of course, he had to be the one throwing the ball. He was like, all right, I'm ready. So I thought he meant they were ready for me to get up. What he meant was he was ready to throw. So I stood up right as he threw the fucking ball, and it hit me in the head and knocked me unconscious. So they had to, like, go to the door and get my father to come bring me into the house because I was lifeless in the fucking street because I got hit in the face with a baseball or in the top of the head or some shit. I remember, like, all I remember is hearing him say okay, standing up, and then waking up on the couch with my dad sitting there like, you alright? I was like, what happened?
You know, in light of this early childhood injury, this explains a lot about how you act today. It does.
Right. Well, there was another time that I slipped. Well, me and Chachi, a former co-host of the Crazy Town, our parents were awesome. They decided it would be okay if they wet down the blacktop in the driveway and let us use it as a slip and slide. They're probably drunk. So Chacha's mom actually had this on video. We've watched this numerous times. I decided after, 10 or 12 times that I was gonna go on my butt, not being a smart person, because I don't realize. So what happened is when I went to slide on my butt, I hit my ass and then slapped my head back on the fucking blacktop. I didn't knock myself out.
Jeez.
So there was 2 concussions I'm pretty sure I had as a kid.
Any more blows to the head you want to share with your viewers?
Well, we're talking about being unlucky. What's something unlucky that's happened to you, man?
Jeez, man, the day I was born? I've been rolling snake eyes since fucking day one, man.
Any knockouts, concussions you can think of? You want to add to my getting hit in the head story?
Jeez, man. Unluckiest thing I can remember from back when I was a kid is going down a hill at like 35 miles per hour on my bike, flipping over the handlebars, sailing through the air about 7 feet, landing on my back, and my friend like, hey, you all right? Like, call the ambulance, but I was fine.
They called the ambulance, but you were fine?
No.
Oh.
I was fine. The ambulance never came.
So you didn't, like, get your arm tucked into the spokes or anything like that? Nothing gory?
Never broken a bone, actually.
Me neither, dude, actually. Knock on the wood. Hear that knocking? Yeah. That's the luck of the Crazy Town right there. Fucking in 10 minutes, I'll walk down the steps and fucking shatter my ankle. I'll be like, thanks, dude.
Right.
Anyways, that's enough about my fucking terrible concussion and why I'm so fucking weird and I'm on my way to the Crazy Town. So the next thing I want to talk about was, some people that have unlucky names. Not everyone has great names like Jonas and TNT Dynamite, because those are our birth names,
Ooh, that one just slides off the tongue, doesn't it? TNT Dynamite.
Right, it does. I mean, we were lucky. We all can't be so lucky. Do you know anyone in real life that has a really fucking terrible name that you know?
Yes, I do. I know a gentleman named Richard Charles. I think you might know him too.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Now, think with a name like Richard Charles, that sounds perfectly fine. 2 first names, which is a little auspicious as it may be, but think of Richard and Charles. Dick Chuck is what we used to call him.
That kid. Whew, I do know that kid, and he did. And he did go by. Well, he didn't purposely go by Dick Chuck, but he definitely got called Dick Chuck. So, I found a couple. Like, I have a few names listed here. I'll put the link up on the website. It's names of like real things. So it's like screenshots of people who are like on the news or like a sign for like a business or whatever. The first one was a name tag. There was 3 or 4 name tags there that were all beat up, so you knew there were like more, they were remade. The guy's first name is Dick, last name Raper. Dick Raper.
Oh, no.
Yes.
That's terrible.
Because not only is it that, who rapes dicks.
Exactly, like women, but that would be a worse name for a woman, honestly.
Yes, I know a lot of women named Dick. You know, that's a very common name. Richardina, she goes by Dickie.
Dickie.
Oh shit!
Oh my god, that's terrible.
Yeah, Dick Raper. Then there was a sign for Bill Buttram Photography.
Oh my god. Excuse me, he goes by William.
Yeah.
William Buttram, thank you very much.
I mean, just this bad enough his last name is Buttram, like Mr. Buttram. He probably goes, it's Buttram.
Yeah, I know, right?
He tries to play it off. Then there was a screen grab of a guy under, you know, like on the news it always has their name and like what they are. It'll be like scared neighbor or psychologist or whatever. This guy was a culinary student. Name Sean Dickensheets.
Dickensheets?
Dickenshets.
Wow, why are they spelled like they're not even spelled phonetically? It's just like there's no question that your name is Dickensheets or Buttram.
I kind of wish my last name was Buttram, dude. I'm not gonna lie. It'd be fucking awesome. I mean, like as a kid, I'm sure it would suck. Yeah. Like that would be like if you were a girl and your last name was Hancock and like you're in middle school, you know everyone's calling you Handcock. Like it's just not gonna. There's certain names like when you're born, like you know, okay, if my last name was Hunt, it is not, but if my last name was Hunt, there is no fucking way in hell I would ever name my son Michael. Like because you just know Mike Hunt is like one of those names. So here's the next one. It was another screen grab of some guy talking. His name, first name Jack, last name Goff. Goff. Jack Off.
Oh no.
So if your last name was Goff, you could pick any fucking name in the world, and you pick Jack.
Yeah. Why can't you name him like Brett or Mike? Mike Goff.
Fucking.
Anything.
I don't know. Fucking Testicles would be a better fucking first name than Jack.
Yes.
So I mean, oh my God. Then there was a picture of a fine young lady in a yearbook. Her name was BJ Cobbledick.
Get the fuck out of here. That one's made up.
I think the best part about that one is because it was initialed, like B.J. So, like, she has it's probably like Bonnie Janetta Cobbledick, but she goes by BJ.
Why would you go with Bonnie Janetta? That's your first choice. I was thinking Billy Joe. Billy Joe Cobbledick.
Billy. She's like, my name's Billy Joe Cobbledick. Why don't you come over? I'll call me your dick. That's like a fucking commercial for her fucking, I don't even know what it would be for. Fucking her whorehouse, her fucking brothel. Cobbledick.
Cobbledick.
Cobbledick Inc. Inc. LLC.
It's like a special detective that also does masonry work.
Yes.
I don't fucking know.
Yes, I lay patios and I'm a detective.
I'm the Cobbledick.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Next one it was a plaque. It was like for like an Employee of the Month plaque. Name Dick Smalley.
Okay. All right.
So
all right.
I'm sure he didn't have too much luck with the ladies.
No.
So,
Richard is just one of those names that you want to avoid, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I know. I'm trying to think if I know anyone cool named Richard. Like at all. Like
cool Richards out there. Fucking Richard Dreyfuss?
Oh yeah, Richard Simmons. I mean, I guess there's a couple good dicks out there, but let's
see what you did there.
So then there was a screenshot of a student's report card. Teacher's name, Mr. Lemons. First name, Gay. Gay Lemons.
Oh, Jesus. That's another name you gotta avoid. Gabriel Gay.
No, it's Gay. I don't think it's fucking abbreviation for. I didn't even think about it being short for Gabriel.
Or Gaylord. Gaylord is
Gaylord Fokker from like
yeah, for short you call him Gay. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
That's
okay, let me ask you this, Dynamite.
What's that?
If your name was Gaylord, would you rather go by Gaylord or go by Gay?
Jesus. It's like, ooh, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't.
I'd go by G.
Yeah. Just shorten it to one letter.
Right.
Oh,
God. Dude. Sometimes it's like worse or worse.
It's like lose your left hand or you lose your right foot. Like, which one do you want to?
Which one do you masturbate with? That's important. Is it your right foot or your left hand?
Definitely masturbate with the left foot, so I'm safe either way.
Well, good deal. So the next one's pretty typical. It's bend over, legitimate. It was a real estate sign, so it's really so. That was legit. The one after that, I mean, granted, there's way more than this. This is just like the top 10 or 11 that I thought were good. The last one is it's a baseball player. Fucking, it's like a 1986 Topps Minnesota Twins baseball player. First name Rusty, last name Kuntz. Kuntz.
Rusty Kuntz. I've encountered a few of those in my day.
Oh.
I've run across the Rusty Kuntz or two.
Is that like because their chastity belt had the iron had rusted and like you broke it off with a crowbar? Or was it just the froth?
It's just loose morals and a lot of alcohol, buddy.
Well, there's no shame at 2 a.m. when you're wasted.
Yeah, right.
It was another baseball player. This is a minor league card for it was like the Saskatchewan fucking Cooks or something. I don't remember what it was. Steve Sharts.
Steve Sharts?
Yes, as in you farted and shit your pants.
Oh, yeah, I know what a shart is.
I've been there before.
Imagine him having to live life with that
Mr.
name.
Sharts.
Mr. Sharts.
Dude, I couldn't, call him up on the phone for business and not laugh when I talk to him. Could you hi, it's Mr. Sharts. I can't even say it now without laughing about it.
No, because every time I think of him, I think of the inside of my boxers, just covered in
chocolate pudding.
Yeah, that's too much. Jeez, man, change your damn name, man.
Spilled protein shake. Filling up your drawers. All right, the last one. I saved this last one because it strikes home. It's from the area that we are actually around from. It's from Mansfield, Ohio.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not from Mansfield, but that's somewhat relatively close to where we're from originally. This guy is legit. It's a medical person. I've heard radio shows in Cleveland talk about this guy before. His name is Harold. Last name, Ballich II.
Yeah, I heard of that guy.
Harry Ballich. So,
Harry Ballich.
If your last name is Ballich, why would you choose Harold? It's like we go back to the fucking beginning of this entire conversation of why do you do this to your children?
Parents just don't understand.
Fresh Prince had it so right.
He did.
I mean, I wonder if him and Jazzy Jeff were hanging out, and Will was like, "Oh man, dog, I know you do the music and I'm the rapper, but my mom just don't understand." And he's like, "Yeah, man, me too, dog. We should name our album that." And then he's like, "How about one of us gets really famous and rich and the other one just smokes crack behind a 7-Eleven?"
It fades into obscurity, yeah, basically.
I wonder, okay, I wonder if the Fresh Prince, supports Jazzy Jeff.
In some way, I'm sure he probably does.
Dude, I don't know if they're homies. I mean, they obviously, they grew, they were young. I mean, that shit, he was barely out of high school or in high school when that shit came out.
Yeah.
So so if you and one of your really good friends got famous, like that or whatever, and then you went on to do all this stuff and you're making $20 million for movies and he's working at fucking Burger King, I would have a hard time not helping my homie out, at least enough to be well, I have enough money, dude, I can at least hire you on to help out with my affairs or something, so you have at least $50K a year or something, you know what I mean? I don't know if I'd just give them money per se, but I would at least try to overpay them for a very easy job.
Yeah, and I could see that. Like, the amount of money Will Smith has, I'm sure that he probably set him up. I'd set you up in a house. Definitely, like, give you some spending money, but and give you a good job. Maybe even let you stay in the guest house next to mine, as close to friends as they were.
Right. It would even be like, hey, you could like call and handle my appointments, and I'll pay you $50,000 a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you would do like a very simple job and make lots of money doing it for no reason.
Yeah.
So
pick up my dry cleaning.
Right. Yeah. Like, do my laundry twice a week, and you'll make $100K a year.
It's so degrading.
I guess thinking about it is pretty fucking degrading, isn't it? I guess that would make him an unlucky person. Oh, we're tying it all together. Look at that.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I'm going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back. I got a lot more unlucky motherfuckers to talk about here on the Crazy Town Podcast.
Hey, this is David Allen from Confession Radio Podcast, and you're listening to the Crazy Town Podcast on the Ace Podcast Network.
Welcome back to the Crazy Town Podcast, special 13th episode, Unlucky People Extravaganza. I'm here with TNT Dynamite still. You still here with me?
I'm here.
Awesome. So, the first segment, we talked about some unlucky people, some unlucky names, some unlucky baseball guys, whatever. So, now I want to talk about Friday the 13th. People always talk about Friday the 13th being like a unlucky day. I mean, that's when Jason Voorhees comes out and kills everybody. I mean, it's pretty fucking good shit. You ever had anything bad happen to you on Friday the 13th?
No, I don't really buy into the superstition too much.
Yeah, I don't either. But I'm sure I'm about to tell you about 5 different stories of people and had things happen to them on Friday the 13th, and I'm sure they didn't believe it either. But then after this happened, well, some of them, if they were still around, I'm sure felt differently about Friday the 13th.
Da, da, da.
Da, da, da. So, the first one, real quick, I don't know if you knew this or not, Tupac died on Friday the 13th.
Shut the fuck up, really?
He was shot on the 7th, and then he died on the 13th from the gunshots. For some reason, I thought he died instantly, but he didn't. He was in the hospital. He died on October 13th, 1996, which was a Friday the 13th.
Wow. I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
okay.
Yeah. This is the second time we've mentioned Tupac on the show. We talked about his Christmas anthem, episode 6.
That was so long ago.
Yeah, I know, right? It's fucking we're episode 13. We're more than double from that. Holy shit. So, all right, that's the first one. That's real quick.
All right.
The Alive plane crash, where the rugby team that crashed in the mountains and ate each other, Friday, October 13th, 1972.
Wait, there was a rugby team that ate each other in the mountains?
The movie Alive from like the 90s, you don't know about that? Okay, here's what happened. I got a little synopsis because I was afraid you may not know about some of this.
All right, yeah.
There was a rugby team going to Chile. There was 45 people on the plane.
Holy shit!
They weren't all rugby players. There was like some friends and family, I think, too. So the plane crashes in the I think it's like in the Andes Mountains or some shit. I don't know, something like that.
Yeah. So
when the plane crashed, 12 people died, and then 6 more died a few days later. So then they were chilling and whatever. I mean, they're just chilling in the mountains.
They're just chilling in the mountains after the plane crash.
Right, and they had like the fuselage, so they had some protection from like the elements, but not like a lot because it was like open. And so then they decided to like make a home camp in the in the fucking that thing, and well then one night an avalanche came and killed 8 more of them because it buried them in the fucking inside the plane.
Holy shit.
And then so then it basically got to the point where they had to like eat their friends to like survive.
What?
You didn't know about this?
I mean, it sounds like vaguely familiar, but I didn't know like the story. I thought it was just a fictional story.
No. Oh, no. And it happened on Friday the 13th, 1972. So only 16 people of the 45 survived. They were there for over 2 months. They didn't get rescued till December.
Isn't cannibalism against the law, though?
Well, I would think that was probably the last of their, like, they come up, they're like, we found you! Oh, and you're all going to jail because you ate your friends.
Right? I don't know.
I mean, I get it. I mean, but dude, okay, so it's like life or death, man. It's like eat your friends or die. What do you do?
Well, I guess I'd eat the shit out of you. I'm sure you'd be pretty good with some barbecue sauce, maybe.
some yeah, they just went to the store real quick and got barbecue for all their dead friends. There's like
maybe a nice kale salad on the side.
A little shredded Jonas with a side of kale and lemon sprouts.
An open-faced Jonas sandwich.
Oh, that sounds disgusting. Like, but you know, like, I'll tell you what though, the one thing about this, like, if I had to eat someone, like, say, you know, there was like 45, so there's a lot of people. So, you know, some of them were like friends, some of them like just were teammates, some of them were family and friends of other teammates. I for sure would first try to eat the friend of a friend before I ate one of my own friends.
Yeah, like the dude who I didn't know.
Right. Like, if me and you were friends, but then your homie showed up to the plane, I'd eat your homie before I ate you. Just because it would be, like, a little less personal. Like, I don't want to be looking at your face while I'm cutting, like, a chunk of your ribs off to, like, fry up. You know what I mean? Like, ugh. All right, enough of that disgusting shit. that was, ugh. I don't even want to think about ever being trapped on a mountain trying to eat my friends. So, that same fucking day, another plane crashed. 2 plane crashes in the same day, October 13th, 1972. Nobody talks about this other one. It was Aeroflight 217. It was going from Paris to Moscow. 174 people died in that plane crash. Same day as the alive people. There was 165 people and the 10 crew or some shit.
Wow. Was Aaliyah on that plane?
Yeah, her and all of her luggage.
That
you know
so
that's why she died, right?
I mean, yeah, I heard that story.
Dude, it was, I mean, I'm sure it wasn't just her luggage. I mean, she wasn't like, oh, no, I need to take all my makeup. No, it wasn't that. She, like, it was, like, literally, like, the plane crashed because it was too heavy. They had too much stuff on it. Like,
yeah. But when it comes down to it, the way I hear it is that it's the pilot's responsibility. The pilot knew the risk. Like you're trained that if your plane's overweight, like you're like, I'm not going up with this. We're going to die. You know.
But you know what? I mean, Aaliyah had a lot of money back in those days. So what if she used her clout to get him to take off, and then her clout was her ultimate demise?
Oh yeah, thank you. You slipped me $50,000. Well, that's not worth my goddamn life, Aaliyah.
You're like, you find one of your stupid roadies to fly this plane, then, you dumb bitch. That's probably what I would say. But she was like, oh, hell no. You're going to fly this plane.
Oh, hell no. I was cleaning the dams.
Yeah, right? I was in Romeo Must Die, and now Aaliyah must die.
Have you seen Professor the Clumps? What was it? Nutty Professor the Clumps.
Was she in that too?
She did the song for it, I think. Video. There was a video.
I thought you were going to say she was like Eddie Murphy in the fat suit.
No.
Queen of the Damned was a bad fucking movie, though, dude.
It was bad. It was not
Romeo Must Die was cool only because Jet Li was in it when he was still, like, new. And, like, they had all those cool scenes where he, like, kicked that dude in the head and it, like, showed his, like, spine cracking as it, like, went through his body. The force, like, do you remember that? He, like, ripped that dude's heart out. I don't think he ripped his heart out. But that was like Roadhouse when he ripped the guy's heart out.
Roadhouse. Yeah, but Romeo Must Die wasn't really a great movie either.
No, it wasn't. She was like wasn't she like a hoity-toity bitch in that movie too?
Yeah, because it was like the Romeo meets Romeo and Juliet rendition movie.
Of Kung Fu.
Yeah, and she was like a Capulet, and he was a Montague or some shit. I don't know.
Like fucking Leonardo DiCaprio and Claire Danes, like fucking
Claire Danes.
What was that fucking MTV show she was in?
My So-Called Life,
yes,
man.
dude, and they had that guy, and he did that thing.
That was the transgender bathroom guy.
Yeah, that
Son
guy.
of a bitch.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. It was like the guy he was the guy. He did the thing.
He was the guy who wasn't quite, a guy all the way.
Yeah, kind of a guy. It was the guy that was kind of a guy.
Yeah, he was one of the guys.
Oh, do you remember that movie from the 80s, Just One of the Guys? Where that girl pretended to be the guy and she, like, because she wanted to, like,
Yes.
and then she, like, had cut her hair short and then that, God, man, I can't remember what the fuck the movie was about. All I remember is the guy had a slutty blonde sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, and she would go by, like, Tony or something, or Robbie, and she was like, yeah. And the
That was a popular theme during that time. Do you remember Soul Man,
Yeah.
where the fucking white kid
if they
took a
tried
bunch
to-
of pills to be a black guy?
If they tried to do that nowadays, the fucking world would end. If they tried to make a white dude black and be in a movie, someone would fucking die. You know it's true. Like, they got away with it with Morton Downey Jr. and fucking Tropic Thunder, but because that was like kind of like a spoof kind of thing. But if that Soul Man movie was like a legit serious movie, like, I mean, it was like kind of a comedy, but it wasn't that funny. What was that guy's name? That was the same guy. He was in some other shit that was bad too.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Was it Judge Reinhold?
I don't know. I do know who you're talking about. Chris Cameron? Was it him?
No, it wasn't Kirk Cameron. That was
Cameron,
he does
that's
those Jesus movies now, like fucking like what's that thing called where Jesus comes back? The fucking Revelations. He did the Revelations movie where everybody disappears. Left Behind and Left Behind 2 because it happened twice.
Left Behind. Yeah.
Right. It didn't just happen once. It happened twice, and Kirk Cameron was there for both. So, anyways, we're on a tangent again. Let me get back to this Friday the 13th unlucky story. The last one I have, it was that ship. It was called the Costa Concordia. It crashed on January 13th, 2012. Also a Friday the 13th. It struck an underwater rock obstruction. 31 people died. But what rings out about this story, this was the one where the captain, his name was like Captain Cetino or something, Scvttino, Cetino. He fucking abandoned ship before everyone else did. You know, like if you're the captain, yeah, he got 16 years in prison.
Really?
Yeah, because 31 people died, so he had 10 years for manslaughter, 5 years for wrecking the ship, and then he got 1 year for abandoning the passengers. Because I think that, like, the last man off the ship captain thing, I think that's, like, a legit thing. I think, like, if you're the captain, you can't get off the ship until everybody else does, because you're the one who, like... That'd be like the pilot of a plane, be like, we're going down, bitches! Parachute out, and just let it fucking go.
That would be me if I was captain, damn it. Fuck you guys.
They're just like, oh, I have my secret parachute. He, like, opens the hatch, breaks all the air pressure, and just jumps out. Like, did you ever see the first season of 24? This is random as fuck. You ever watch 24?
No. Actually, I saw a little bit of it.
The very first episode of 24, there's this, like, woman, this hot woman terrorist on the plane, and she's, like, trying to, like, bang this dude in the bathroom or whatever. Well, then she's like, oh, haha, I have a bomb. And she, like, put on a fucking parachute and opened the thing and jumped. She, like, skydove out of the plane. And, like, as she's, like, skydiving to Earth, the plane explodes. And that's, like, how the series starts. That was a cliffhanger from the get-go.
Huh. No, I don't remember that, but I did watch some of it.
Yeah, it was the first season where they had Pedro Serrano from Major League, where, like, the Joe Boo guy was running for president and someone was trying to assassinate him.
You're saying a lot of names, and I'm sure they are relevant people. No idea who they are.
The black dude, the Allstate guy. The guy who's like, hi, I'm the guy from Allstate.
Yeah.
That guy.
Okay, yeah.
He was Pedro Serrano in Major League. The voodoo guy with Joe Boo and the fucking curveball, straight ball I hit very much. That's scared of curveball. And you know what I'm talking about? You watch Major League. We're from fucking the Cleveland area. You're silent. You're like, nope. You're like, dude. You're over my fucking head.
I'm like, I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Anyways, so that is all the Friday the 13th stories. So now I want to get into a couple people who were in an article that was called the 7 most unlucky people in history. I only want to talk about 3 of them because the rest of them I don't remember and they were stupid. So these were the 3 hardest hitters.
Oh.
So there is which one do I want to start with? There's a couple Their name is Jenny and Jason Cairns Lawrence. Cairns Lawrence. It's a hyphenated last name, so I don't know why the guy has a hyphenated last name. Maybe he took the woman's name because he's a fucking bottom. I don't know. I don't know why you would have a hyphenated.
You went straight for the nuts.
So these people, they were in New York City on September 11th.
Okay.
Right, which was the biggest terror attack in U.S. history.
Yes.
They were
terrible.
they were on vacation in London on July 7th, 2005, which was the biggest terror attack in London's history.
Yeah.
Then they were in Mumbai, India, on November of 2008 during the biggest terror attack in Mumbai's history.
What the fuck?
I think these people are leaders of ISIS.
Yeah, man. Like, have they been properly vetted?
Right. Like, I mean, come on. How are you in all three of those places?
Yeah.
And then the article made sure they said, and even though they were in Mumbai, they didn't cut their vacation short. Like, and then it had a picture of, like, the Griswolds from Vacation. Like, no matter what, you keep going. Like, they tried to, like, keep it light, even though it was talking about some of the most horrific days in the history of the world.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
wow.
So 3 vacation. Well, I don't know if New York City was a vacation, but so 3 times you've experienced the largest terror attack in any country. That's fucking awful.
It is crazy.
Then we have Mr. His name is Tsutomu Yamagachi. Tsutomo Yamaguchi.
Okay.
Susumu Yamagachi. So
good pronunciation.
I
there.
don't know, dude. I've been all night. I was up. I was terrified. I was terrified to misappropriate the name of Tsutomu Yamagachi.
Good job. You got it. Nailed it.
Yeah. I'm keeping that one in there.
Yeah, I hope so.
I am. I don't cut anything out of this fucking podcast.
All right. So Tsutomu Yamagachi.
He was so. This is a little older story. So he happened to be on a business trip when we dropped the first atomic bomb on Hiroshima.
Holy shit!
He did not die. He was 2 miles away. He went deaf and temporarily blind from it.
The fuck?
So for a couple days, he like kind of hung out. Then he decided it would
just sitting back chilling.
just chilling in the radiation zone, bro. And so then he decided, well, you know, Hiroshima is probably not the best place for me to be. I don't live here. I'm on business. So he goes home to his office because he felt it would be safer. Do you want to guess where his home was?
The Pompeii.
Nagasaki.
Oh, son of a bitch. That was my next guess.
And what happened in Nagasaki? That's where we dropped the second atomic bomb.
Did he not make it after that?
No, he was 2 miles away again. But he has experienced the only 2 droppings of a nuclear warhead in the history of the world.
Oh my god, dude.
And he's still alive. He's like 97 years old. And he wrote a book about the dangers of nuclear bombs, and he speaks and like goes and like that's what he does. Like his whole life work has been talking about how he survived nuclear blast, which was all kind of dumb luck, I guess. But
yeah, really.
Right. So I can guarantee he's the only motherfucker that did that. There's nobody else who I mean, those have been the only 2 nuclear bombs dropped ever. So, and he was there for both.
You can't even drop a book around that motherfucker, I'm sure.
He worked at Blockbuster, and videos would come through the return, and he would like drop to the ground.
Blockbuster, that's
He's
a
like,
type
oh my
of
God,
bomb
spy
too.
game. Baby's Kids!
Baby's Kids! I don't think they watch Baby's Kids in Japan.
Dude, they watch some fucked up shit in Japan. I would not be surprised if they've watched Baby's Kids. What was that guy's name, dude? He's dead now, the comedian from fucking Baby's Kids. He was all like super popular for like 5 minutes. It was like Robin something, I think. I don't know.
Chris Tucker.
Yes, it was Chris Tucker. All right. So those are 2 of the 7 most lucky people in history.
Wow.
Now I'm going to talk about Roy Sullivan.
Roy Sullivan.
He has been hit by lightning.
Okay, that's unfortunate.
Yes. He's been hit by lightning 7 times.
I've heard of this guy. I heard this one before. This one I'm familiar.
Right. So, you want to know what the chances are of getting hit by lightning 7 times? This article had it.
No, yeah. Give it to the listeners.
1 in 22 septillion. That is a 22 followed by 24 zeros. So they said he was a ranger in a state park, which, I mean, gives him a little better chance to get struck in general, because it's like, you know, there's a lot of lightning strikes in parks and shit because there's nothing around.
Yeah.
It said the first time he got hit was 1942. He got hit in his leg. So they said after that, he was hit driving a car. He was hit fishing. He was hit inside a ranger station. Somehow he got hit inside. Then he got hit in his ankle. Then one time he was outside with his wife doing hanging up laundry, and lightning hit both of them. And then the last time he got hit, he claimed he was fleeing from clouds that were chasing him. So it sounds like he started getting crazy on top of getting hit so many times. But dude, if I got hit with lightning twice, I would never leave my fucking house again.
Yeah, at this point in time, I think he's a fucking X-Man. He's got
he's like Raiden. He just puts and like fucking shoots lightning out of his fucking fingers.
Right? You've got a mutant power at this point, man. You can conduct lightning.
Yeah, he probably can. But so Mr. Roy Sullivan, he is dead. He died at 71 years old.
Was it from lightning strike?
Do you want? No, it was a little more uncommon than that, probably. He shot himself over a woman.
Oh my God. This is a great episode, man. It's like a whole bunch of depressing shit.
I told you that you would feel great about yourself by the time this episode was over. Like, it's like the unlucky people episode that we're gonna fucking.
Holy
and I got a couple more to go over in the next segment, so we're not quite there yet.
Did it say what state that Roy Sullivan was from?
It did. And you know what? I didn't mark it down. I think maybe like Montana. I mean, that's where like there's a lot of state parks and shit. Maybe we'll just say he's from Idaho.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah, he's from Idaho.
Potatoes. Those fucking potatoes.
Yeah, Google him. And if he's not from Idaho, then I'm lying. And if he is, I'm telling the truth. That's about all I got for you.
There you go.
So that's all those people right there. So I'm going to take this moment. We're going to take a quick break. Come back. I got 2 more stories for everybody, and then we'll wrap it up today on the Crazy Town podcast. And we are back for the final segment of the 13th episode spectacular extravaganza of unlucky son of a bitches.
You should get the music from Unsolved Mysteries. Shit used to give me
no
nightmares.
one gives a shit. Oh shit! All right, dude. We'll go ahead and wrap this up here. I got 2 more. These 2 are about unlucky criminals. One of them's pretty quick. The other one is just some of the worst fucking luck you probably could ever have in your life. This first one, there was two guys. This happened in Fort Worth, Texas. Not too far from where I'm at. They decide to rob a convenience store. So they go in, and there's actually a video. They have like the security camera footage online of these guys robbing convenience store. And then they get out, and what the article said was they got away with about $420. So, I mean, they're going to go to jail for fucking a week's worth of work, maybe, even if they worked at McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
So, what the article said, the part that I thought was very unlucky about it, was that it made sure it mentioned that most of the money they stole blew away in the wind.
Oh.
So they stole $420, and then it must have been like a windy day, and it was like, woo, 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 and it fucking like.
That's the sound of the wind.
Yes.
Texas wind makes that noise.
Yeah, the Fort Worth wind sounds like a ghoul all the time.
And they were caught by the authorities as well, huh?
It didn't say they were caught yet. I'm sure they did. I mean, it's just two fucking idiots. So they look like in the video they had to be like 20. What?
Yeah. I mean, it has their names in the article.
No, it didn't. No, it just said two masked men.
Oh.
Yeah, so I mean, they look like they were fucking idiots. I mean, they robbed a convenience store for $400. They can't be that bright. I mean, shit. If I was ever gonna rob something, it sure as fuck would be more than $400. I mean,
right?
Like, it has to be worth your while. I'm not gonna go get fucked in the ass for 10 years for fucking $400. I mean, shit, dude.
How much money would it take for you to get fucked in the ass for that amount of time?
10 years? Oh, yeah. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Like, I would much rather be poor and not getting raped by dirty, burly fucking prison men than try to rob somebody and risk, like, getting, like, raped. What about you, man? I don't know.
You know what? Actually, this came up in one of my videos on YouTube because I'm actually on YouTube. TNT Dynamite, TNTDINOMIGHT.
Oh, look at that fucking slutty bitch mouth.
I know, right? But we were talking about sucking a dick for money, and we were talking about Danny DeVito in one video, and
sucking Danny DeVito's dick for money.
Yeah, and it was like, how much is Danny DeVito worth? And he's worth about $71 million.
To suck his dick?
And I was thinking, I would suck Danny DeVito's dick one time for $35 million.
For $35 million.
But if I had to suck his dick every day for days and years, I couldn't do that, because there's going to come a point in time where, the juice ain't worth the squeeze.
Right. Oh, I get you. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I imagine he looks like he's very unkempt.
I mean, he does. But, I mean, $35 million.
Like you'd be going down, and there's like a bird would pop out of his giant pube nest and be like, caw, and like peck your eye out while you're trying to give him a fucking BJ.
You just fucking rip the Band-Aid off, Jonas. You just rip the Band-Aid off, man. Just get in there, fucking hunker down on that son of a bitch.
Hunker down on his fucking giant muff?
On his magnum cock.
Oh, come on. This is a family show. Oh, wait. No, it isn't. This is the farthest thing from a fucking family show.
It's Magnum Dong, I think. Always something.
That was the dentist system one, where he stands around the pharmacy with $100 bills and Magnum condoms. That was a fucking good one.
Yeah, you don't have to answer that question. I understand.
I don't know if I would do it for $35 million. I don't know, man. Is he clean? Did he shower? Or is he has he been running running miles? Like he just got done jogging?
No, he just got out of the shower.
Maybe.
Maybe.
If he has a muff the size of Beyonce's hair in the third Austin Powers movie, like if you can't find the dong, if you have to put your face into the muff to get to the dong,
you gotta make him come.
Oh, stop! Just stop. The next story I have. I'm not trying to lose my listeners here, bro.
I'm
talking about blowing Danny DeVito. We talked about money blowing away in the wind, and it jumped to sucking Danny DeVito's dick.
You know what? You talked about getting fucked in the ass for 10 years.
Because I'm going to jail, not I'm by choice. Oh, shit.
Everybody has their price.
If you guys have an opinion about if you would suck Danny DeVito's dick for $35 million, write us to the Crazy Town. Or better yet, TNT Dynamite on Twitter. Would love to hear what you have to say about this.
I would.
Hit him up. It's TNT DINOMIGHT Dynamite. TNT Dynamite. TNT. I just made that up off the fly. It went really well, huh?
Dude, that was fucking amazing. I'm gonna get sued.
What do you mean? That's the TNT Dynamite song. Definitely not like any other song there is in the world.
Yeah, right.
So in France, a nice little segue. In France, two guys tried to rob McDonald's.
Okay.
They got $2,300 out of the register. Fucking McDonald's is fucking bumping, right? So it said there was about 40 people in the restaurant, which, is probably average for a McDonald's in the middle of the day or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, 11 of those patrons weren't quite normal patrons. They were 11 members of the French paramilitary special forces.
What the fuck?
They just happened to be stopping in for a Big Mac. Oh, I'm sorry, a Royale with cheese.
Yeah, there you go.
They don't have a quarter pounder. They have a Royale.
You thought of that before the show.
No, I didn't. That is actually off the top of that because I just realized we're talking about France. So
good shit, man.
Fiction on the brain. So it says that they didn't do anything during the robbery, like they didn't fire their guns or cause a scene, but one of the suspects happened to trip on the way out the door, and they pounced on their ass. And then the other one wouldn't put his gun down, so then they shot him in the stomach. So he did end up getting shot. And he's not dead. He didn't die. But so they tried to rob McDonald's, and even the French paramilitary special forces eat Royales with cheese.
What the fuck? What? They were just in the McDonald's with guns?
I don't know. Well, they may have just had, like, their Berettas on them or something. I don't think they had, like, fucking AK-47. They had, like, Glocks and fucking shit like that. I'm
picturing a guy, like, waiting in line with a beret and, like, an RPG.
Yes. He's like, I need a Royale with cheese to go with my grenade launcher. I got a lot of training to do.
Right.
So, that's all the stories. I think, what was there, like 12 of them or 13, about all these unlucky motherfuckers in the world. Well, if you count all the peoples and the names, it was quite a few. So, after all of that, how do you feel about yourself, Dynamite?
Well, I mean, I feel pretty good, but I'm not gonna lie, man. It was kind of like a blow to my happy center, man. There's a lot of depressing. There's guys in fucking bombing Nagasaki and fucking.
And then there was Dick Raper and Dick and Sheets and BJ Cobbledick and her fucking patio laying business / private eye.
Yeah, my empathy kicked in about halfway through, man.
Oh, Jesus. Well,
Danny DeVito's dick made an appearance.
Yeah, special appearance by Danny DeVito's cock. Oh, Jesus. So, well, everyone, that is all the time that we have for today. We do want to thank you for listening to this 13th episode extravaganza of Unlucky People. Woo! Woo! I like how it wasn't called that, like, when the show started, but, like, it's evolved. Earlier it was just like, it's the 13th episode, and these are Unlucky People! And now it's, like, a fucking big deal at the end.
Yeah,
like,
man, there's fanfare.
Half the people aren't even listening that were listening in the beginning. So they turned it off at Danny DeVito's dick and then unfollowed me on Twitter. Oh shit, but for real, man. Thank you guys all for listening. I want to thank TNT Dynamite again for coming on the show. Why don't you tell everybody your Twitter and YouTube stuff so they can check you out?
Yeah, I'm on Twitter, TNT Dynamite at Twitter with the words and shit. I don't know how to use it, but I do tweet out some stuff. I'm on YouTube, TNT DINOMIGHT on YouTube.
YouTube and Twitter, both?
Yeah, I'm there. So
all right,
come
go
by.
Ahead. Yeah, go ahead and give them a follow if you like. What do you do on YouTube channel? Let's Plays, you said? It's just you playing and commentating?
Some video games with some commentary. I talk about some stuff. We definitely have some more conversations about penises of different stars and celebrities. So,
if you like celebrity dick talk, check out TNT Dynamite on YouTube, and you can watch him play Grand Theft Auto at the same time. All right, well, everyone, please Hit me up about what you think about the Crazy Town. Tell me what you hate about the show. Give me some reviews on iTunes. Subscribe. Follow me. Share this. Like it. Do whatever the fuck you want, but get it out there if you would for me. I do want to tell you to check out our website, thecrazytown.com. My Twitter, @TheCrazyTownPod. You can check us out on SoundCloud.com/TheCrazyTownPodcast. We do have a Patreon account. If you want to donate anything to the show to help us keep going, that's great. But once again, for TNT Dynamite and for Jonas, we are out.